Warning. The medical views expressed in this podcast are for entertainment purposes only and are not necessarily the opinions of medical professionals. They are the views of paranoid hypochondriacs, so if you actually have concerns, please see an actual doctor.
I heard my name.
What are you saying?
Make sure you've got my face, because you know these, I'm going to say the opposite, brilliant people here did not film me last time.
Yep.
And that's why I'm double checking.
And that was like Oscar award winning.
Hello, and welcome to the 5th installment of what will probably be our last podcast.
If you have
a
minor discomfort in your upper chest,
and you
immediately assume it's a cardiac arrest. Oh, doctor, please give me an answer. Got this pain in my left ball and I just know that it's cancer.
know that it's cancer.
Now all of our doctors are feeling harassed, so this is probably our last
Sounds like pneumonia.
probably our last podcast.
So
What's the weirdest...
you were telling us how you ate coronavirus.
You ate coronavirus?
Dude, I might as well. That food was disgusting, okay? I was like trying to take a nap or something, and I get this knock on my door, and I open it up, and it's one of the guys, like the volunteers from the festival, and he's just got 2 bags of food in his hand, and he's basically saying no one else wanted this food. We got it for the band because everyone said they're hungry. I'm like, I don't know what it is. And
He don't
said,
know what
here.
it is.
And then they brought
Yeah.
me beer, like a whole bag of
Wow.
like cold
A
beer.
bag of beer.
That's
Bag
what I
of beer.
pictured. I
And
And I
pictured
go,
like this
wow,
weird...
you guys are so sweet. And that
That's
kind of
to
like
kill the corona.
that
Yeah.
feeling dissipated after what ended up happening.
Oh, no.
But
One thing about this family, you guys are svelte. I mean, you guys just with the best hair ever. I don't know. Like, did y'all just get great hair genes? And
can you tell the difference between me and Jonah?
when you're both here, but I always get the names mixed up. Like,
Oh, right. Well, that's
but
okay.
like you're here, but in pictures, I'm like, oh, if they're not together, I'm like, oh, wait a minute.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I
'cause
mean,
we
you
have
guys
different vibes,
are
don't
you
we?
identical?
Yeah.
Like identical.
Well, technically identical.
I mean, so like
Just reading
the
some
Olsen
coronavirus
twins,
stuff.
they are members of my church, and you can't
Oh, yeah.
tell them apart, and they're not identical. They're fraternal twins. So that's why I asked.
They
Really?
look very.
They look very
look
similar.
They made
identical.
incredible films.
We're trusting the guy who ate coronavirus.
Yeah, exactly.
So
Brain
that's
is-
why I
Yeah,
asked,
they do.
because
I would have totally
they're
guessed
not identical.
because
I'm noticing that I should have had a more supportive
I think it's great.
bra.
I think it's good.
So like, okay,
I think it's nice. You should
Alright.
just be free.
I feel like I am free because
You
I
are
do
in a very
not.
free environment.
Okay,
Yeah.
go on.
It's free.
I'm just
You're just
thinking
gonna,
it should be up there. Like Victoria's telling her secret is what's going on. Like, we need to keep the secrets.
Yeah.
Oh, look who decided to join
here
us.
He is.
Did you bring
Here he is.
cucumbers?
No. No.
Or they're jalapenos? It's gonna go. Those
I
are
was
some weird
wondering.
looking-
Oh, good. Hello,
He's
Jonah.
bought chilies.
Let me just say, he walked in with his girlfriend, and I always thought you were gay. I did, because I'm like, he never has a girlfriend.
I guess
You know.
I'm super gay then.
I just assumed that you were. Well, it's been years. Like, I have not known you for years. Like, I've known them for years,
really
and
have.
like, you know,
You've known us a long
a
time.
long time. I met you over the pond.
Yeah.
And so I was like, wait a minute, who's this chick? That's why I was thinking, like, Kate looking.
Yeah, that was really
Different.
funny. She was saying
That's
she was
like-
on Instagram and she was like,
I'm
Kate's
looking-
looking different.
I was like,
Oh my god.
That's hilarious.
like, I'm not crazy. Okay. So,
No, it's Nicole. Nicole GloZell.
Nicole.
GloZell Nicole.
Hey, Nicole.
A real life girl.
A real life girl. We've been waiting for you, honey.
Let me guess.
I'd like to say that I like Nicole. She's come in. She's got the cameras
She's
going.
very professional.
She knows what's going on. Okay, she's very supportive.
She
okay.
really is. All right.
More Red Bull, really?
I know, dude. I know.
He's had 2.
Get in
so
on
he's
it.
going
Had 2.
to blow up as we speak.
Yeah,
Alex.
not good, dude.
As
Not
a
good.
hypochondriac, how can you do that?
I'm gonna walk out of here on my.
You're going to blow up out of here.
Yeah.
Wow.
All right, jeans. I'm
But he's
not
got great
comfortable
hair.
right
We
now.
also talked about that.
Yeah,
Thank
I
you.
haven't. I'm the only one who hasn't had a haircut now. Now I feel sloppy.
I had one for the first
He
time.
is sloppy.
I'm sloppy.
He's sloppy.
All right. All right. So we are sat here today with a very lovely, incredible, talented person All of those
who-
things.
I'm going to make a confession. We've had her on before.
Oh, you guys are awful.
GloZell was actually our first ever guest.
Yeah.
And let's be honest.
And you ruined it.
It was a really, like, it had good elements, but the episode failed.
We'll play a section from that.
play a
because
little
there's-
section.
We actually have footage, and there's one where you can just see what a disaster.
we
it
didn't
is.
let...
We could just replay it.
Make sure you guys tune in to probably last podcast because this probably is the last podcast. Over and out.
My heart is
Okay.
beating so fast.
On your markers, get set, go. Come on. Don't be wimpy.
Yeah.
Go for it.
We're in trouble.
Whoa! See, it gets warmer.
It's getting worse.
This is spice up your sphincter.
There you go. Moving on.
Are we gonna take another bite, guys?
Yes. Go for it, Alex.
Alex,
Yes.
Right. So here's the thing.
GloZell.
I'm gonna need that whipped cream.
No,
Think about it.
no,
wait.
no.
You can hold off. You can
It's probably his last podcast.
No, I need it.
You
make
need
it worse.
No, come back.
Yeah, give me the whipped cream. Come in, go.
No, give me the whipped cream.
Give it to me.
Give me the whipped cream. I'll give him the whipped cream.
Oh my god, I need it right
I'll
now.
give it to him. I'll give it to you.
This is the worst thing I've ever done. Give me the whipped cream. Quicker.
I'm going.
Quicker. Come on. Do it. Please. Someone help me.
How long will he do this?
Please.
I think I beat on myself.
Please. No, seriously. I need it. This is pain.
I'm done.
Oh my
We lost one.
Okay, so
You look rabid.
Christian literally looks like
He looks like a animal, some kind of.
it's the start of a zombie movie. It's like
Yes.
the first infected.
Yeah.
Jesus. Oh my.
I'm so glad to be a part of this first and probably the last.
Yeah.
You know what? I'm gonna go with probably the
Probably
last.
the last.
Let me tell you what.
It is probably the last. We've been toying about
This is my
we've been toying
last
about the
podcast.
name, but
Yeah,
probably
this
the
is
last.
Christian's
is
last
definitely-
I think so. Yeah, because you know we told Liz.
Let's replay a segment of that episode.
No, I mean in real life.
in real life.
Oh, well, now I didn't know that we might be doing that.
Jonah.
I'm gonna get.
Oh,
some,
straight in.
Wait.
Jesus.
I'm gonna get something.
But
Look.
Jesus Christ. I
Okay.
will eat it. I will eat it.
Let's all have one.
No questions.
Let's all have one.
Right into this.
Let's all have one. Come on, Alex. Okay, let's play the theme. We've got Spice Up Your Sphincter coming up now.
Spice up
ready?
your sphincter.
Yep.
If you want to impress your Juanita, take a bite of this fiery fajita. Spice up your sphincter.
Cheers.
Is it really hot?
wanna
It's
dip
not
it.
hot. It doesn't smell hot.
I like this. Yeah, this one looks good.
Okay, ready? Cheers. Spice up your
Oh.
sphincter. Okay, ready? Here we go.
Get back over here.
Stay
Why are
here.
you drooling?
Stay here. Okay, here we go. Go.
Ready? Cheers.
No. That was terrible.
I'm holding him by his drawers. You stay
Oh,
right there.
fuck. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm not gonna say that anymore.
GloZell is terrible.
Oh no.
I'm in pain. We haven't even started the episode.
This is great.
Okay, so yes, welcome to probably our last podcast. How have you been since our last?
Well, I'm just gonna say it in a nutshell. I separated, getting divorced,
Oh.
and then. Are you okay?
I'm alright.
I'm telling you about my life.
He's emotional.
I'm emotional.
He's
And
sad.
then I have a boyfriend.
Hey.
Wow, congratulations.
He's great. He's amazing, very supportive, and loves what I do. And he's great. He's a former special agent.
Really?
And-
He's a former special
Yes, he'll be really interested
That's just gonna make it worse.
to have
I'll
on
make
your
it worse.
podcast. I don't know. And now he's a private investigator.
Wait, former special investigator.
Yes,
now,
no, he's retired special agent. Like
So-
the
so-
stories he can tell you about
Whoa, and now
drug lords and this and that.
and
are
now he's
crazy.
a private investigator.
Yes. Now he's a private investigator.
Do you feel safe, or do you feel more kind of like you can't hide anything?
Well, I feel safe, but then I'm like, is there anybody after you? Like there
Right.
has been people who,
That's Christian.
that's
How did you
I think
that had a hit out on them, like before. Like these things have actually happened. Like these stories that you. I'm telling you my life. Oh, he's crying. Don't cry for me.
I'm
It's
so
okay.
sad.
We will live.
She's got a
so
boyfriend.
sad.
Yes,
It's
I
so
got a
good.
boyfriend, so you all have to meet him
But
because I
he's-
want everybody to judge.
He's a
Because I don't
special
want to go.
agent.
Yeah, you need the seal of approval from probably
I
our
do.
last podcast.
I do because everybody was like, before, and I did not pay attention.
Well,
to
we're hypochondriacs, so we definitely worry about things in a very analytical. So we would be probably good people to judge and let you know.
Good. I want you to judge him and let me know.
You have a new podcast.
Oh yes, I have a new podcast. I wasn't telling you about my life being blown up. Then my car was stolen, and I just got it back Friday.
Oh my
It's been gone for
God.
like 3 weeks, almost a
I'm
month.
so sorry.
And then my future ex called the police on myself,
What?
saying that I abused Ozell. You've seen her 100 times. I post her all the time.
That's,
And then-
I'll just say for everyone, I'm sure they know anyway. There is no way that is the case. You are the
Ozell's
furthest
Thank
from.
you.
Ozell is treated so well.
I didn't know about any of this. That's
She has the most amazing
So
birthday
sorry.
parties. She's honestly, they're like a dream come true for any little girl. That's so
Why
sad.
is it always me?
You're sat next to her.
No, but GloZell as well. She shoved it in my mouth. All the seeds.
Yeah, Christian, we've all eaten it.
Put that up to the camera.
Look, now you really.
Come on. I had
You
half
only
of
had
it.
like-
Okay.
Okay.
Come on, big chunks. Though.
Because they're sitting there like la la la, and you're like, my esophagus, my
I think
gut
you
is
just-
blown up.
He used to say that he could take spice more than me. Now look at him.
Lies.
Little bitch.
Look at this.
Lies.
Get with it.
Get with it.
Lies.
Look at this. All right.
I need you to stop coughing as I'm telling you my life on your podcast.
Sorry, continue.
And so the 911 calls, police have been calling me, Child Protective Service have been calling me, and now
it's
my
spicy.
boyfriend, the Child Protective Service has been calling him too, and we're still together. So that's me in a nutshell.
So, but how, apart from
And
that,
you, how's your year going?
Actually, you know what? It's been pretty tough for me.
Oh, really? To top that?
Yeah.
Child abuse?
I can't
yeah,
top
that's pretty-
honestly, GloZell, I can't top you.
No, you won't.
I can't top you.
I'm still holding on to
I'm
his
being
drawers, y'all.
restrained. I'm being restrained.
Because he trying
Hey,
to
they're
get
drinking. Stop them from drinking. That's
I
not
can't
I've been
fair.
drinking a lot.
I can't.
What is going on downstairs?
I know it's like they're
There's drilling going
Where you
on.
going, honey? Where you going?
Yeah, go time to stop.
Do you think climbing in the chair's gonna help the hotness in your mouth? I'm like, where you going?
Do you have any advice? Because you did a hot pepper challenge. What did you do?
The one thing that helped is milk. Now, do you have that?
Dairy, yes.
Milk.
I think Nicole can help us get
Oh,
some milk.
and we also talked about milking him.
Milking,
Okay, so
yeah.
there we go.
GloZell talked about milking Alex because he said he didn't
Gonna
want to have
kids.
kids, and she said, "I will milk you myself." That's literally the words that came out of
His
GloZell's
hair
mouth.
it needs to go on.
You can just scout me when I'm dead.
Oh,
I'm in a bad way, guys.
look, but is
Good
it like in
boy.
your crotch, like you're just jiggling down there?
I'm trying to create more pain I'm trying to squeeze the.
All right, guys, hit him in the nuts. so he
Distracts from the.
forgets.
Yeah.
to
So,
distract.
Like I said last time, you know what? I didn't.
There's
even,
a show that they eat hot stuff and then they do these
Hot
challenges.
ones.
Hot ones.
Yes.
You should go on that. You'd be good.
Tears.
Hot ones.
tears.
See,
GloZell.
tears. You don't have tears.
I did do. I wiped
Take
them
another
away.
bite.
No. I wiped my tears
No
away.
one-
I'm
no
not
one-
having another
No,
bite.
don't do it.
GloZell, you need a bite. No,
Don't do it.
This is torture.
Don't do it,
I'm
don't
not
do it.
having another bite. Okay.
No, seriously, don't. Don't. It's awful. Spit it out.
They're gonna have a nice cleanup.
My
in the
lips
studio.
feel like they're on fire.
My lips
GloZell
are
just
on
took
fire. I'm
like
still
a
holding on
green
to his drawers.
lipstick, and she just with a
I
chili.
will ask.
rubbed the chili on my
What pepper
lips.
did you eat, by the way? Do you
I
remember?
don't know. It was a
It's an
little
orange
one.
one.
And
Habanero.
It
It
looked
was
like a habanero.
It
It's
was
worse than
fire.
this. It's worse
It
than
was
this.
fire. This is probably like a cucumber.
You gonna have any?
Compared to a habanero, these are not.
See, look, he's not even budged. He's like,
Yeah,
this
he's
is not
good.
hot.
Used
You're
to grow.
crying.
Used to grow hot
How
peppers.
long did it? I'm having a drink. Otherwise, this is.
I'm
brutality.
having a drink.
How long?
This is amazing.
She's got me with Red Bull everywhere. Well, okay, can I ask, why
I
am I
love
being
you, this is
discriminated
amazing.
against? Last time, they're drinking, they're chilling, they're eating.
How long did
GloZell has me in a restraint.
I'm holding on.
What'd you have
I'm glad
against
you have
me,
on a
GloZell?
belt. You know,
I do have a belt.
yes, it's helping me hold on.
Yeah, I didn't even, that's what I love about having you on. I didn't even get a few sentences into my intro, and
Sentences.
we started eating chilies.
I know. It's amazing.
What we waiting for?
Exactly. But
So, I've got a question for you, GloZell.
Yes.
Hypochondria. That's it. No, I'm joking. Do you?
this is food for my stomach.
This is food for my stomach. This is food for my.
I need string
This is
slang
food
right now.
for my
I'm
stomach.
being
Kidneys.
completely
I'm in so much pain.
objectified.
I'm in
My
so
watch
much
is on the wrong way round. I'm restrained.
Yes.
I feel hard done
But
by.
much of my question.
Did you eat more?
He did. You're just
It's
like,
almost done. Look at mine.
look. I'm so proud of you.
But anyway, my question is, do you have you ever worried about any health things, anything recently where you've thought you might be dying? I'm just curious.
No, I thought about it. No, but I do live in fear that someone's gonna throw me in jail.
Okay.
You know, because the police
That-
just keep on coming.
But that's a real fear.
Yeah, but actually, I decided not to live in fear. I'm like, okay,
Good.
so I had to go. The worst case scenario is what you're trying to do, and now I'm like, hey, I don't have nothing to lose because that's the worst case already.
I love that.
So there you go. Because
We could take some of that from you. You could teach us some to be like just chill out and not live in fear because that's what we're
like
over here
you're
doing.
going to die,
Yeah,
That's true.
so chill out about how.
We're trying to postpone that a little bit.
Like you're trying to postpone that a little bit.
Well, I think that with the hypochondria, it's like
cookies.
it's my girlfriend throwing
Yes,
in
girlfriend. He has
pretzels.
a girlfriend.
I'm
Have a
completely.
Yeah, I just knew it was gonna, be like a Nicholas, but it's Nicole.
What?
She's a real girl. She's really real.
Let me ask
a
this.
real girl.
Let me
Really
ask this
real.
question. What have I done to you, GloZell? She's has restrained me. Been sat here the whole time you're speaking. I've been plotting a way to get out of restraint.
I've got a death grip on you.
She really does. I've
to be
tried to
someone.
drink. Yeah, I've had drinks knocked out of my hands. My chips
You
have
can
been
have some of pepper.
thrown. I'm not having any more of that pepper.
Well, then just chill.
Because I'm restrained and my throat feels like it's on fire. And
On
you
fire?
have it. I don't know why. You either love me or you have it out
I
against me.
She's doing it for
love
the
you.
Vine. Did people say that anymore?
I'm doing it for the Vine.
Yeah, man. Where's
that
the
really
Vine? It's
old?
now TikTok.
Vine.
Is
That
it
is-
TikTok?
Doing it for
TikTok.
the
We're
TikTok.
doing it for the TikTok.
By the way,
Yeah.
I don't really understand the appeal
I don't
of that
understand
stuff.
TikTok.
And I like
They
if I
kinda
s-
do
If
this.
I scroll through social media, all I see now, and I don't know
I just
why,
don't
because
get
I don't
it.
watch
I
this
don't
stuff.
know how to do it.
I scroll through, and there's countless videos of people dancing to stuff,
Do you,
looking at
do
the
you
camera.
tick the talk,
doing
GloZell?
this.
I do have TikTok, and I need to take it more seriously because people are really into it. But I think it's one of those things that'll go away. I mean,
Yeah,
mine
it's
was
like
huge, created some serious stars. People making serious money, and then boom, it's gone.
Uh-huh.
But like Snapchat is still here, and like there was Periscope that was gone. Keep it
Periscope's
gone.
gone.
Was your kind of fame and your shoot to fame, was it overnight or was it gradual?
Well, I had a large audience, gradual,
Right.
but then when I started talking about Kesha
Right.
and I did challenges, and of course the Cinnamon
Cinnamon
Challenge.
Challenge is
That's
iconic
when
and
other people
completely-
outside of who really knew the internet watched
Just
me.
blew up.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
People
That's
who didn't watch
introduced-
YouTube,
Right.
like,
I was
They've-
introduced to you by the Cinnamon Challenge.
Thank you.
And-
And now the Pepper Challenge.
Then the Pepper Challenge, and
This
also,
one.
but also you've interviewed some of the most amazing people.
Thank you. The former president,
Yeah.
Yes.
President Barack Obama, and now we have
honestly
President
incredible.
Donald Trump, and he will probably be president again as well.
yeah.
How do
That's
you
scary.
deal with that? And also, how
Scarier
do you
than the
cope with
coronavirus.
us, who are just so terrible? You're professional. You've interviewed some of the best people, and you're sitting here, and we are just the worst interviewers in
How do
the
you do
world.
Awful.
We're so bad.
so bad.
How do
What are
you
you
cope
talking
with us?
No.
Why are you here? Is what
I'm here because I know you. I love you all,
Yeah.
and you guys are really super talented.
She goes, "I'm here
Really?
because I
Sweet.
feel bad for you."
And I'm so mad. If had I known that the other one was destroyed, I might not have been here.
Yeah.
It's a second win, man.
Do you think you know any hypochondriacs? Like
I do. There's two right here,
Right.
and possibly a third.
yes, and possibly a third.
Yes.
But no one else? You don't know anyone that you think you're like, they're always worrying about their health or like they're always
No, I don't know that many crazy people.
See that we can introduce you to a bunch.
But
Yeah.
you know, the
Welcome.
people who are like geniuses, like you guys are, you know, they have this, this weird thing. And if that's your weird thing, then that's pretty good.
What
as
about-
opposed to it's drugs or
Or
it's
like,
this,
hey, I like
you
people
know?
peeing on me.
Oh wow. We all turn to the camera because how do you respond?
Some people
The
are in a
police
weird
already
spot.
after me.
Yeah.
You know what I'm
I
saying?
know,
Like,
like, what's
I
going on?
can't really. What in the?
What about some
Alex? You
people
just stopped everyone in their track with that sentence.
What about
Hey, it's Hollywood.
Oh God.
okay?
That it
Hollyweed.
is, that it
Hollyweed.
is.
What about anxiety? Because we do cover that on this podcast. Do you struggle with anxiety?
Anxiety recently, but like I said, I told myself to stop because when someone knocks on your door and you're not usually expecting anybody because people don't know where I live. So when someone knocks on the door and it's the police.
That's
Wow.
terrifying.
Now, the knocking has happened. Like one time, Ozell knocked on the door because she woke up and she knocked on the door, and I was like, no, because I was like thinking that the police
Thinking
came
it
and they
was the
came and got
police.
her. And
Right,
then-
right.
So I was like, I decided I just cannot live in fear.
Well, as
Yes.
a mother now, you probably all of your worries, and they're probably more onto like Ozell, and you're more worried about her than your own health.
Right. As far as health, not that much fear, but I am like, okay, because now she's getting to the point where she wants to eat the junk food that her friends eat.
Right.
You know, so I'm like, what do you want for dinner? I want a hot dog. I want chicken nuggets.
Well,
Like,
we're a
oh,
great
okay.
influence. She should
You
hang around
are-
us.
Here, don't take the peppers home for her.
Yeah.
No, police.
She's gonna love
I'm
that.
not going to do that. I'm not. Child Protective Service, I am not.
She's not.
No,
gonna do
and
that.
you are the most amazing mother we've been, and we've seen when we met GloZell when she was such a newborn.
the cutest. Oh, I held her as a baby.
Ozell.
Ozell.
We
Sorry.
met
Sorry.
you when you were such
met
a little baby.
when she was
Before
born,
you were
in my
born.
time machine.
Yeah.
Beautiful. No. And she's just such a most precious little
Thank
girl.
you.
And she's so clever.
She loves.
She's so
Which
clever.
one? Both of y'all?
Maybe it
Both-
was one of us. She had a,
I think
Kid
when
decide.
when we held her as a baby, I think she liked me a little bit more.
yeah, of course, you remember it that way.
I do remember it that way. She really loved me. We had a connection.
But she speaks these different languages.
Yes,
and
yes.
She's so talented.
Thank
and-
you. I try. I guess people just feel like that just happens.
Yeah.
You know, like you're just gonna take her from me. Like you know, I've invested time
Yeah,
and
of
energy.
course
and-
not.
Anyway, like my finger is kind of like in your crack. Are you okay?
I'm okay, but it can
Okay.
be removed because I promise I'm not gonna get a drink or eat.
Oh wow!
This has been like that
Sit
the
back
whole
and
time.
blocking everything that's been
Every
going
time he
on.
moves, it gets a little deeper. I'm like, don't move. I'm like, there's a cavity there. I'm like,
I got used to it. I
It
forgot
ate
it
the
was
couch.
there.
okay, good.
But if you're comfortable, I'm comfortable.
Just
Is there like
He's
connected
lying.
now? This is
crack kills?
yes, but
Crack kills.
that's it. But yeah, but how are you finding? Was the podcast a direct result of what's been going on in your life?
Well, I decided to do a podcast, and I was like, I'll just get advice on being a single mom. But all these things were happening,
Right.
So that's what I ended up talking about.
Right, and you got to let it happen.
So we've got extra insurance because I'm
Yeah.
gonna be sued. Like this is what I'm talking
You
about.
know what I think,
Like
though?
it's just a matter.
You know what I think? I think that true strength and true positive change happens in the toughest times in our life.
Oh,
And I think that
there's wisdom in the pepper, y'all.
there is.
That was
Where
it.
did cut
Peppers
come
give me
from?
wisdom.
Dude,
No,
be
but
a masochist.
Honestly,
Eat
but if you think
all of
about it, you don't grow, you don't change.
That's true.
Without having to overcome something.
That's true. And I also what other parties are doing as they're throwing stuff at me is making this relationship that I have stronger because I'm like any
Yeah,
other
there you go.
person would have gone.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, if he hadn't been a special agent, he's gone through way worse.
He's been through it.
You know, than
No, that's lovely to
someone
hear.
saying this.
And
So
you
you
got
helps
someone-
you bond closer.
Right.
No, there are
You know,
always
so, like,
far more blessings in the tumultuous times or like
Yes.
the times of contrast that we have to go through. I feel like you don't learn anything when you're
No,
comfortable.
but well
so-
done as
Right.
well, because that's it's the only way you can look at it and do something positive. There's no point sulking about it.
Right.
There's no point
People
sitting
are like, you
down
shouldn't talk about it on social media. I go, this is the only help that I get. That maybe there's a lawyer that will hear it or other moms because
Yeah.
at least Ozell, if I lose Ozell, at least she knows that I fought for her, that I'm trying, that I was doing something.
I think it's
100%.
amazing.
You know?
do your thing, do the right thing.
And it helps you and others because that's what we're trying to do with this podcast. It's it's
Being
funny.
honest helps.
It helps ourselves talking about it. It's therapeutic, but also I feel like for other people who are going through the hypochondria stuff, they listen to this and it helps them out. For the same with you, if anyone's going through any similar situations,
Divorce, separation,
Yes.
people lying on you, calling the police on you. Because it's like yesterday it hit me. I'm like, you know what? This is really tiring. Like this was somebody that didn't have a job for 10 years. I took care of everything. I didn't have a problem with that. And now you try to throw me in jail. I am the mother of this child that did 12 IVFs to get her.
Yeah.
Really?
Yo,
Damn.
dude.
And you want to know his number one person that's helping him? My mother.
What?
What?
Hang on.
Because how you gonna leave him? He has a job now. He's doing good. Now you're leaving. You know, that's the mother of your child. God, Jesus, God, Bible. You know.
Oh, I see.
Okay, so
Throw
wow,
that
that's
in
So
there
it's
and-
like, so she's leaving me text messages all the time. Think about it. And I'm like, I'm doing this because I need to go. I said, Mom, I would rather die than stay there. And she's like, well, maybe you can be nicer to him.
What? Maybe you
So,
can be nicer to him.
you know, I feel like she has the best intentions, but that must be difficult, and
Right.
you know, that's just. I guess that will all grow, and that relationship, I'm sure, will come back. Time will heal that kind of.
You're 100%
stuff.
doing the right thing. And I
So-
think a lot of people in a similar situation, even without being forced or without being told not to talk about it publicly or without being forced, will try and do it alone. And not to say that you couldn't cope with it alone, but I think you have people around you, you have support.
Yes.
And I think totally being honest. Honesty is the only thing that will ever stay constant. And and so if there's lies,
I couldn't make it up.
if there's lies being thrown around, and if there's stuff being all you do is stay true, and it will turn around. Truth is
Yes.
truth. will
And then
stay
your
constant.
car got stolen on top
Yeah.
of everything.
Right. The car got
Where?
stolen. And I was like, well, what had happened was, it was early Sunday morning, and I got this message because I know people that Kobe Bryant died. And so I called my boyfriend. I'm like, I know you're into basketball.
Yeah, yeah.
And he's like, I don't believe it because it wasn't showing at all,
It wasn't
nowhere.
up yet.
I'm like,
So you found out super early.
Yes. I'm like, I'm letting you know that this is true. He's like, no one's reporting it. I'm like, okay. Then I go outside because I'm going to church and my car's not there.
Oh
So
my
because
God.
of that order, I didn't care about the car because
Yes.
I'm not preparing funerals for my husband.
Yeah.
I'm not preparing a
Right.
funeral for my husband and my child, but that's right. You got it. But that's right. That's what she's doing.
That's amazing.
I'm just losing a car.
That's
So I knew I'll get a car
It gave
and
you
my ID
perspective,
and my
completely.
license.
A great perspective.
Wait, that was all in the car.
Yes, and when I ordered new cards, we have a PO box. He took my mail, said he wouldn't give it back, and so I had to order it again. So that's what it took so long because you can't.
He wouldn't give it back.
He wouldn't give it back.
You know, it's so refreshing
my
the
God.
way how strong you've been and the way that you're dealing with everything. I feel like just listening to you, you cast
It's
on top of
inspiring,
everything
yeah.
else with happening with the divorce and the police being called and all that. Your
Child
car
Protective
stolen.
Services.
Still so positive. And
So refreshing.
Well, I'm like the car is. I was like, it couldn't have been better time because I was like,
But still, you're amazing.
I was
That's
like,
so
the car's
great
gone.
to hear.
Yeah.
I mean, Ozil's here now. That's
Yes,
the fight.
That's
That's
so
right.
true.
And then the next week, that's when he's like, "Oh, can I borrow Ozil? Can I take Ozil for the weekend?" Sure. And then the police came like, "Oh, it was reported that you beat her,
Oh my
that her
God.
hair is matted, she smells like pee, you don't feed her, and you live in filth." And so
What is-
they
oh
had
my
to take
God.
her into another room, 3-year-old, with a female cop. They checked her out, checked her body out, and then they checked my place out, and
They're
they
like,
found nothing.
this is a normal place. This is a normal.
But also,
mother,
what's
normal
happening there,
child.
and that's hard on Ozell. I mean, she's young, and I mean, it's like it's even must be confusing for her. And
What? I'll just say, look at the universe, because the week before, I went to the same police station about the car. So it wasn't.
it wasn't that bad. She
It
knew
wasn't.
That,
She's like, oh, we came back because they have books over here and blah blah blah. So I'm just saying, just look at the universe, how things work out.
It's
So
true.
he took her back to the same place.
yeah.
You
That's
know.
not so bad. She kind of just like she'd been
She was
there
like,
before.
okay, but now I've just got to go in the back and take
know
the clothes
what?
off. That's a little different. But
And I feel like if she, with you as a mother, I feel like, and your outlook and the way you deal with things, I'm sure she's gonna inherit the same kind
Well,
of
thank you.
ability.
And you know what? I was talking to my girlfriend about this the other day. I was talking to Kate about this. And I told you when you asked me how I've been doing, I've been going through a little bit of a tough time, industry-wise.
you mean
just
career?
everything-wise.
You kinda
Career-wise, and I've been getting anxiety, and I've talked about this on the podcast before. I've been going through a little bit of a tough time.
Bad hair days sometimes.
Yeah, and it's not comparable to what you've been going through. I'm not saying
No,
that.
but because somebody can
relative.
flip out and want to jump off a bridge because somebody spelled their name wrong on a coffee cup.
It's
Like whatever
all-
your problem is,
it's all
that
It's relative to
sends
you.
you
It's relative.
right. So I can't go. That ain't nothing. Child, let me tell you about that because that might
Yeah.
be the thing that.
Yeah.
It's my mom and his text messages.
Yeah.
It wasn't the car. People like, oh, your car. I'm like, honey,
Yeah,
it's not the
it's
car.
that.
It's not the lights. It's that's driving me crazy.
relative.
Yeah.
But
'Cause
what I was thinking was the other day I thought about it, and I don't know if you feel the same way, but it sounds like a little bit like you talk about the universe. Sometimes we have these downward spirals where one thing piles on top of another. The police get called. This
Snowball.
happens. Snowball. But you know what happens after that? I almost feel like
if
it's
you can
a
get to that,
law.
right?
Yes.
If you can get there,
Which you will
the
eventually.
only way is that way. The only way is up.
That's
So it's a podcast. Oh my god. The only way is that way. They're not going to see
He
that.
pointed up for
I
the
pointed
audio
up.
listeners.
Hey, guys.
I honestly believe that I am at least in a time right now where I'm like, I've got to go this direction,
Right.
because it's got to go up again. And I think life is about ups and downs. And like I said, I'm always of the perspective that when I'm in a good place, when I'm doing successful, when I'm having good things that happen to me, I sit down, I relax, I take it, I try to take it all in. But when I'm in the opposite, when I'm in a low place, when I'm in a tough place, I still take it in, but I go, this is temporary. And I'm learning.
Well,
This is how you learn. You don't learn from having stuff handed to you. You don't learn when stuff is easy.
Right.
You learn when stuff's hard.
I had
It's
this
character building.
Yeah, I had
And
this
it's been-
conversation recently, and it's like you kind of have to be grateful for your suffering and the hard times way more than anything else. And I am, because I see people who never had to struggle,
Right.
who never had to ask for anything, never had to support
Well,
themselves.
people are not thinking that you two struggle or you three struggle. Look, you
Right.
got great hair. You're oh my gosh, my finger just went deeper. Okay, so
He's about to take a nice dance.
Check the
Have a
prostate
nice
while you're there.
dance.
It's
Cough.
voluntary.
Would you please
Yeah, can you
cough?
cough?
Can you
Dude,
cough?
that
There you
reminded
go.
me of a proctologist experience that I had.
Oh, Oklahoma when the wind comes.
No, I thought I had ass cancer once.
Oh.
And I went to the doctor, and I was like, I need to get
What is
checked.
the symptoms for one thinking that?
I
was
had,
there
like,
burning?
there was like a pain in my stomach, and it sometimes extended into my anus.
It wasn't the shooty ass pain.
It wasn't shooty ass pain. It was just
That was
like
our previous episode.
And-
It's
and I was
predominantly
going,
a
what?
male issue. Shooty up ass.
you should
pain.
check it out.
Shooty up.
Yeah, you should give it a go.
Give it a
Shooty
yeah.
ass pain in an American accent.
I do have that kind of pain, but
Oh, you do?
No, it's in a human form.
Oh.
But
But,
nah.
We'll
So
put
there
that
you
in.
go.
Yeah.
That's good.
Police
But
are after
you
me
didn't
now.
have butt cancer.
No, I had to go to the proctologist to.
What do your parents say? Like, oh, there he goes again.
I don't think I told
Do you
them.
have like great insurance that you're just showing up all the time? Like, if you was just broke, you'd be like, oh well,
No, look,
my hole is just gonna fall apart.
That's it.
Yeah,
That's
I
it.
guess
That's what I
I'll
do.
die then. Actually, you know what? That's what most of America's like right now. They're like, I don't have health insurance, so I guess I'll
Yeah.
die.
Yeah.
Which is
Y'all better
screwed
figure
up.
out these plants
Another
or something.
conversation.
Yeah.
Chew on a
But,
fern.
I
don't
did
know.
go to the proctologist, and he stuck a camera up there.
Oh.
Like a small. No. It doesn't. It wasn't like a high-8 video camera that he stuck.
No,
up
I
my
know, but
ass.
still,
It was like-
anything
Well,
going
as long as
there.
it worked.
No.
Unlike last
But
time.
Yeah, I
did
know.
you
Did they
start
turn it
singing
on?
Oklahoma?
Well,
Was it
I
like,
was lying on my side, and the weirdest thing about it was that he was
Suddenly
just
become a
trying to have
soprano.
casual
We're
conversation.
talking about your hole.
as
Yeah.
he was sticking this thing up my ass. So he
Casual
goes,
conversation.
Yeah, he goes, oh, you're a musician. Like, what do you do? And I was like, I play
You're like,
jazz.
The
Sing that as my jazz.
Alex doesn't know this, but we actually have this footage. So
What?
if we,
Cue the footage.
roll.
Jazz. Jazz.
Can we do a little like
Jazz.
animation?
yeah, we'll
With big
we'll
chungus?
hire we'll spend the big bucks.
Well, that is terrible.
I was fine.
Yeah, I'm sorry you had to go through that.
He did explain to me what the pain was
Hopefully
all
that's the
about
last time you ever have to have a camera up the butt.
up my butt. Well, colonoscopy, if I live to be 40-ish.
Well, they have other
If
ways.
I live to be 40ish.
You don't have. Oh, if you live to be.
It
40.
shows the way hypochondriac thinks. Just like, if I live to be 40.
Well, see, that's the punishment. You guys are gonna outlive everybody,
Yeah.
and just lived all this time. Like, oh man,
I do worry.
I
we are
might
on
die
it.
at 102.
We drink. You know, one thing I worry about me and Jonah is that we drink a lot of Coke.
Well, you drink a lot of Red
now
Bull.
Red Bull now too.
I did not have one, and there's 4 here.
Yeah.
There's 3 of y'all, and they're like together 4 pounds.
Really love
So
watching
why
this.
don't you stop drinking the Coke then, or at least drink water as much?
Honestly, to me, as stupid as it sounds, it's a little bit of an addiction. Like I've become dependent on it, and if I go without Coke,
Coca-Cola.
if I go without
Nice
the
soundbite.
drink, if I go without the drink for like a
Don't
week
drink.
or 2, I'll have a sip and I'll literally go.
No, it's
So
that
it's not
bad.
coffee. You guys coffee drinkers?
I like
Yeah.
coffee. You know what though? I've cut
It's the
down a lot,
caffeine?
and my
Yeah, it's
girlfriend
probably the
can
caffeine.
testify. Didn't have any yesterday.
Testify.
And,
Oh.
but it's like it used to be at least one a day.
Yeah.
But I've been trying to cut down on dairy, and I've been cutting down on the cokes. That was the only thing that was close. But I am trying to cut down on I feel like my skin clears up. And it is better. It is better.
Is having Ozell and having a kid making you eat healthier?
Oh,
Or
it's making me eat more that and having a boyfriend because it's like, oh, let's go out to eat. I'm
let's
like,
go
oh
out.
yeah,
Yeah.
you know, and it's like he can eat at midnight. I'm like, free meal, let's go.
Yeah.
You know, and let's eat. And then with Ozell, it's like, oh, you didn't eat all that. I don't want to waste that.
Right.
You know, let me eat that.
Right.
You know, so there you go.
That's funny.
So I'm getting it to both
Yeah,
ways.
you get
There you
yeah.
go.
You know?
That's
I just
really
think,
funny.
like, I don't know what's going to happen. I'm obviously miles away from having a kid, but I'm thinking maybe that'll make me healthy. Because as soon as if I have a child, I'm like, they want to have the best food and I want to make sure they're not eating this and all that kind of stuff.
If you can do the
McDonald's in a
first 2
blender.
years, after that, they're looking at everybody else. But the first 2 years, like I bought breast milk,
Right.
very expensive. And now it's like, well, okay, you want flavored Cheez-Its? Okay. Right. But she does eat everyone if anybody wants to call the police.
Yeah.
She is
You
fed.
don't wanna
It's
call the police.
fine.
Like people are like, wow, you post even more pictures of Ozell. I'm like, you see her? She's
Yeah.
here. The school, the Chinese school hasn't said that she's been beat or anything. Like she goes to dance class. She
She's
goes
also
to church every Sunday.
so friendly. We went to this one festival. Or did we bump
Oh,
into
yeah,
each
that's
other? I
right.
think we bumped into each other at this festival. And
Vegan Fest or
she,
something.
she was the most connected. Like any kid, anybody, she was like, you're my friend. And that was it.
Oh.
And
And
she was
they
like, you're my friend. And they were just friends instantly. And I was like, I know I
That's
wasn't
right.
like that as a kid.
No, we were because we stuck together. We had each other, and we found it hard to kind of branch out
Joined.
because we could just speak to each other. We didn't have to make friends.
Oh,
yeah.
Y'all weren't always like this.
No, we
No.
weren't as independent when we were younger, and I
Okay.
feel like I
I
had
feel
found
like
it
when
harder.
you get into our industry, you kind of learn how to be sociable, and you I don't think if I was in this industry, I would be as sociable or be able to talk to people as much because I think we're naturally all introverts.
Mhm.
So
when
But it
you're-
almost help you be introverted. Like if YouTube is just for the most part is you and a camera.
Yeah.
And so people think you're so extroverted.
Right.
But really you're like, I'm spending a lot of time by myself. You
Yeah.
know?
Yeah, yeah.
And then people come up to you and it's much easier than you having to go up to them when they're like, oh, I close out.
Right.
That's different than you can just go, oh, let me take a picture. As opposed to like, I gotta go in this
Having
room.
to.
I gotta go talk to these people. I don't you don't
That's
have
true.
to do that. It eliminates a lot. So you can
know-
still be an introvert, but
you
That's
totally
true.
can. I think with the acting,
I feel like I'm an introvert that extroverted, but I've known you guys
You're
for
an-
years, and
yeah.
I'm here, and I'm like, it's time to be on, and we're talking.
so when people ask that question, are you introvert or extrovert? I feel like I'm quite similar. I'm definitely am an introvert,
I feel
but
like I-
you do have to extrovert yourself a lot. But as an actor, like he was saying, you have a lot of the alone time. Hotel room to hotel room. But I feel like that's what makes you have to be good at socializing, because if you didn't, you fly away to some faraway
Right.
country. If you weren't good at saying, "Hey, let's
actually-
go,"
But that's why actors are a little nutty.
a little bit.
You know, we're saying like, wow, they really did a killer, performance. But when you meet them in the interview or you see them in an interview, like they are wacky. What's
Yeah, I know, they're
wrong?
like,
what is wrong? You know,
It makes
People.
sense.
Well,
Yeah,
yeah.
it's not the definition of an introvert as well. Actually, good for an actor because the actual meaning is that you get energy from yourself. You don't get it from
You
an
take-
external source.
yeah.
You take your own energy and your own
The
happiness.
importance
from
is
inside.
placed on the subjective.
You're also an observer.
In-
and
in
so
inward
rather than speaking to
experience.
people, you're observing people and watching them and trying to absorb their little personality quirks.
Have you done the
and stuff.
Myers-Briggs test? It
You
gives
mean like in a car?
no, it's like it gives you a number like Alex Shaw, INF.
It gives you a 4-letter
16
acronym.
personalities.
Yeah,
Yeah.
there's 16 personality types. It was
Oh.
based off of Carl Jung's work, and you take the test, and everyone's primarily an introvert or an extrovert, but there are primary and like tertiary like functions and whatnot that
Tertiary.
yeah, it's like
Sounds
His
tasty.
tertiary.
Yeah.
His
just sounds
tertiary.
tasty.
Yep.
Yeah.
You said the tush thing.
Tush-
I said it sounded tasty before, and then it sounded weird.
Yes. Then it was
Yeah.
like
I didn't
awkward.
mean that his tertiary sounded
his
tasty.
tushy taste is tasty.
Well, it could be.
But yes, I'm an INFJ.
INFJ.
And I took the test in Alex's car, and I got the same thing. And he's like, "You may have taken it
You
wrong."
took the tertiary test at Alex and Alex's car.
It would be
Your
interesting.
tushy is
though.
wrong.
I mean, it would be interesting.
It would be
I-
fun for you probably and your boyfriend to do that. I feel like
Okay.
it's a fun thing. I did it with Nicole, and you can
What'd
kind of
you get?
compare. and-
Nicole, who is
Remember?
real?
It's
She's
re- she's really real.
She's real.
Just type in 16 personality quiz.
16 per day. Okay.
Yeah, it's fun.
But it'd be interesting to know what I am. I have a best friend for 20 years, and she's like, my husband said you was an introvert. I'm like, he's right. I go, we don't even talk on the phone. We text. What are you talking about? It's been 20 years. She's like, oh yeah. I'm like, when I go to the party, I want to take pictures. Where's the celebrities? Let me get my pictures, and I'm gone. I'm home.
Wow.
Right.
Like, most of the times people know me, especially I'm like the green lipstick helps. You know, when I wear green lipstick, they, oh, glows. Oh, let me take that picture. Bye. I'm like, I'm ready to go. I don't want to stay around. I want to go
So
home.
yeah, you are an introvert.
So I do feel like I am.
Yeah.
And people, that's so interesting to hear. I love hearing that because people don't, I guess, wouldn't expect that if they were going to judge you because you're so great at speaking to people and you're so.
It's just like you guys are musicians. When you're at the piano or the guitar, you're by yourself.
You
You
have
know?
to if you're trying to get good at whatever it is. You have to spend a lot of time
by yourself.
Yeah.
You know, and then you're on stage and people are like, oh, all these people, but you know, even if you're in a band, how many people are in the band?
Yeah.
You know,
It's
not
true.
that many people.
Not that
and
many.
You're getting to know them,
Yeah.
but not the millions of people that are watching you.
Yeah, and it's
Wow.
you know, that's one thing I think is cool about you as well, GloZell, is that I feel like social media, it's designed to portray perfect versions of our life. And I think that's what causes a lot of people's insecurities and
Mental health problems.
and mental health problems because
Right.
we are looking at people's perfect worlds thinking, oh, my world's not like that. Their world's not like that.
No,
But that's what's cool about you.
You're
It's
so
like
honest.
you are so honest. And
Thank
that's
you.
what I think social media should be used for. Like, where do you see the post of someone going, I'm having a shitty week?
Well, that's why you should check out her podcast because I just listened
Blowing
to the trailer.
Up.
I can't wait to start listening
Oh,
to
thank
it.
you.
I was listening to it on
While
the way
it's
here.
still up because there won't be because who knows if there's going to be a court order saying take
while
it
it's still
down.
up, go now.
Defamation.
No. Glowing up.
Glowing up on all like Apple, Spotify. Please find
It's
Glowing Up.
really-
Please subscribe.
it's
Even
really
if it's
good.
out of spite, just to help me out.
No, it's
I don't
really
like
good.
this.
No. It's really good, and I was listening to it on the way over here, like I said, and it is exactly what I'm talking about. Here is someone who is a social media YouTube star, but they're not trying to pretend. You know?
No, you get a lot of free stuff, so you like, oh, she's at this restaurant, and oh, look at the view. I'm like, but meanwhile, I'm like, I hope that Ozil's not taken today,
Yeah.
or I hope
think
that
it's
the police are not called today.
I think
or
it's
how am I
really
going to pay
important.
for this and that?
I
you
think
know?
it's really important that you're doing that, and
Thank
I
you.
think if
Thank you.
social media is not going anywhere, is it? So I
No.
think we should at least try and use it in the right way.
and I
be
really
like,
need it now because it's true. I'm really fighting.
Yeah.
At least telling my side of the story. I'm like, if that's what comes out of it, and my soon to be ex and my mom ghettos, I don't know what they're playing on. It's like we got rid of her. I don't.
No, you got it. You know what? You have it.
Please support.
You have it.
It's free to subscribe.
Yeah,
Everyone go
subscribe.
really go subscribe. It's honestly, it's going to be so like, especially if you like this podcast. I feel like
With these
it's this thing.
what you call it?
Hypochondriacs.
I'm like,
It was close.
contemplation.
Can I just also mention
Counterpoint.
we've been having the most lovely kind of like opening up to each other, very therapeutic conversations, really getting to know each other, and her hand's still on his butt.
Yes.
Like it's still on his butt the whole time.
A sense of
I've
community.
become
whole
comfortable
time.
with it. I mean,
Shouldn't we
this is
touch
just-
each other's butt?
It's become comfortable.
I mean,
I really feel close to
We
you.
should all touch each other's tertiaries.
there you go.
There you go. There you go.
There we go.
That's it.
screenshot.
Screenshot. Tertiary.
But
Tertiary.
yeah, it's.
Thank you.
No, I do, and we're all supporting you, and thank you so much for being on the show. And yeah, I just think it's the right.
Thank
thing
you,
to do.
Jonah, for being on the show.
Yeah, thanks
Thank you
for
for
making
showing
it.
up.
You
Thank
know
you for
what?
not
I
dying.
almost went past, and I was like, I should drop by. You know, I should show my face.
Thank you for picking me up because my car
No, of
does
course.
not have tags. I just got it, and I'm like, I am not driving to Beverly Hills. Getting stopped every 2 seconds, going like, oh, I don't have a license. I don't have this,
No,
but
my
here's my
God.
temporary this, temporary that.
It's our pleasure.
I'll be in jail.
We love having you
dude,
here.
no,
It's so,
no, we do, and I could do with a car. That's why in LA, I don't know how people survive without cars, and I've been surviving here for a while without a car, and it's like it's
Well,
tough.
you could use Lyft, but I couldn't use my card. You have to stop your card. So I was
Right.
stuck. You
Stuck,
know, and
completely
here's
stuck.
Gus and my sister and friends. And like, you have to pay for everything. I cannot get to anything. And I have to say thank you to my family and friends, family being my sister. The other family's trying to take my child away. That I'm making it to audition. Like even here, I'm going to show up to my audition like 3 hours early because like, oh, if they'll lift me home, then they'll lift me to the audition. And then I'll figure out how to get home from there. Like this
Wow.
is where I am.
This is
we
it.
could also lift you if you just text me. I'll lift you back home
Oh,
too.
don't made me cry. I appreciate it. I really do.
No, of course you
No.
came all the way out here. No, really.
Guys, can we all
just
cry?
crazy.
Let's all cry. Don't do it. Oh
I'm gonna cry.
no. Oh no.
Yeah, it's my new acting technique, actually.
So I'm telling everybody to be strong because people have killed themselves for what you feel like way less than this. You know?
You know what is my new acting technique?
Oh, what are you doing? He looks like De Niro. That's a De Niro face right there.
yes.
Say
Are
something.
you talking to me?
Say it.
You talking to me?
You actually do look like it. It's pretty good, dude. It's actually pretty good.
He's like De Niro having an aneurysm.
Christian, you have
Close
to
those
eat
hands
pepper.
in my crack.
Why did
Yeah.
I do that? But I did that voluntarily to cry.
Wow.
You guys are amazing.
Good
Thank
luck
you so
on
much
your
for having-
audition. Do you have anything else to promote? Anything else that we can see?
Well,
you
that's
in?
the number one thing. Please go to.
Oh,
Dude, what is this?
did we catch that?
There's
In
gonna
slow
be a
motion.
slow-mo piece of
Yeah,
Peter,
slow motion. I'll slow mo that.
Peter Piper.
He's really in
plucked
trouble,
a-
guys. We better
hissed
end the
a spit
episode.
of pepper on the floor.
We better
Please.
end the episode.
Go to all my social media, YouTube. Things have slowed down because my mind. I'm just in survival mode.
Yes.
So please continue to subscribe, share whatever videos, Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, Snapchat.
That's all rolling
GloZell.
down the bottom of the screen now. Anything,
Yes.
anywhere you can follow her, all of her
Thank
stuff
you.
is rolling down on the bottom.
Glowing
We're
up.
gonna give you her address. You can follow her there too.
Well, the
Knocking
police
her
know it. The
door.
police know
Yeah,
it.
yeah,
The police know it.
Yeah.
And so, glowing up is more serious. It's talking about literally my life unfolding as it in real life. So go to it while it's still up.
What if my name was?
What if my name was time to? She finished it for us.
Okay. Okay.
Thank you. We
Bye,
love you.
guys. We love you, GloZell.
Now you can try to walk away.
Peace out. Peace
Minor
out.
discomfort in your upper chest.
And you.
Immediately assume it's a cardiac arrest. Oh, doctor, please give me an answer. Got this pain in my left ball and I just know that it's cancer.
Know that it's cancer.
Now all of our doctors are feeling harassed. So this is probably our last
Sounds like pneumonia.
probably our last podcast.